Good evening, everyone. Need to pull my mic over. Almost forgot that. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing this fine evening? It's good to see you, Aurora Mandeville, in the Discord at the moment. Looks like she might be moving into the Twitch chat. But, Do what? Ask her what? If she was gonna what? Oh, okay. Aurora Mandeville, Casey wanted to ask if you were going to send her this little author thing for the Fellowship and Fairy Dust Instagram or not. So I'll relay that message once I get it. So, yep. So tonight, well, first of all, before we got on tonight, I actually did some rejiggering of the Rhyming Little Mermaid, added some page breaks to the end of chapters, like you kind of have in a chapter book, and decided to go ahead and do colored text because I had Rose Queen from the Discord put in colored character text, dialogue and stuff like that, and I really think it kind of adds to the story, or adds to the overall readability of the story, so kind of jacked up the price a little bit, but it's one of the things I'm going to be, I want to make this a really great book and then hand it off to some people who might be interested in it and see if they would pay money for something like this. That's kind of the main thing I'm going for with these sorts of things right now, is I'm trying to create something that people at least will tell me that they will buy something like this. Verified products, so to speak. What's up? Feedback?
Yeah, like you would get...
Yeah, feedback. I thought you were saying I was having audio feedback on the stream. I was like, what?
No, I'm not watching it because I don't want to...
Right. Okay.
I don't want to cause something like that.
Hello, Aiden McGuire, watching on Facebook. Good to have you. Aurora Mandeville said, "Oh yes, LOL. Yes, I shall do that. Tell her I shall get that to her tonight." So, awesome. Very cool. So yeah, we're trying to make a verified product. Essentially, we want to verify that people are interested in these products, and for a single, I'm going to be putting out the Rhyming Little Mermaid. I'm considering working on some more pictures, but I might go ahead and get some more, get my feedback first, and if people want more illustrations, I'll spend my time on them, making something kind of like the cover, for at least like an illustration a chapter or something like that. But we'll see how that goes. Anywho, let me go ahead and I want to pause right here. Although I don't know if I can. Although let's do that. I think it'll still, yep, still goes. That's fine. Okay. So, here's what we'll do. Tonight, we're going to work on my bigger project. I'm actually going to be taking all of Season 1 of The World of Courage, and as I'm saying it, it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Ooh, Google Drive's got a little update to the look. That's kind of cool. I'm going to be taking Season 1 of The World of Courage / what do you call it? The Guardians of Atlanta, and turning it into more of a larger novel-length kind of a book. With my epic poetry, and seeing if people are interested in that. Those are going to be more expensive, and I'll give them to less people, but at least these two products I can get a gauge for what people will want more. A smaller book, a larger book, or books at all, really. So, physical books in particular. So, because the feedback I've gotten from a lot of people is they much prefer the physical books over the ebooks. I'm an audiobook kind of guy, but it's really hard to find a niche of people who just want an audiobook. So we'll see what we can do here. Go into World of Courage, Season 1, The Guardians of Atlanta. And we're going to go ahead and just... I think I've already pasted these into another project somewhere. Let me search the drive for Guardians of Atlanta. I think I have an actual... No, it doesn't look like I do. So we'll just go ahead and start copying these all together into a new... we'll make a new document and go from there. Some of you saw in the stream the other night that I was able to find a plugin that worked well with Google Docs that allowed me to resize the document to whatever I wanted, and I had a real hard time of it. Not even that long ago, I was trying to format some books, and that was a pain. I may not have seemed so because I was tired, but I was overjoyed when I found that plugin that allowed me to change the dimensions of the document, and that's going to make things a lot easier in the future. So, all right, we're going to do a new document just right here. We'll just put it in this area. We'll call it Guardians of Atlanta novel. That's what we'll call it, so that I can find it. No clue how long it's going to be, but actually I kind of do, but we'll see how long it actually ends up being. Guardians of Atlanta novel. Okay. We'll just call it that. Now we're going to start by taking episode 1, pasting it in, and so on. So, while we're doing that, if anyone wants to read these stories, they can go to rhymeandspace.com. They are free to read there as links to the Google Docs. You can download them as ebooks. Everything's free at the moment. So if you're interested in some top quality superhero stories, now's your time to go get those before I decide, I can actually make money off these. But for real, I'm going to try to keep them free as long as possible. I really do enjoy just writing the stories and giving them to people for free. So, okay, there's the first one. We'll go ahead and add the next one, which is the Great Phantasm. All right. I really appreciate Rose Queen's work on these stories. I am going to have to probably add my own dialogue color and stuff to this one like I did or like Rose Queen did in the Rhyming Little Mermaid. Some of them are colored, but not all of them. And I'm going to have to do a good bit of editing with all of this. But it's time to start working on it, you know. Editing is not the fun part of writing, that is for sure. Especially when you're just getting down to the nitty-gritty. I've story edited these up and down one way and the other, and they're done as far as that goes. It's just the little nitpicky here and there's of few words not being right. For a while, I was writing on mobile a lot, and I was using SwiftKey. And unfortunately, when you're writing in SwiftKey, it just gets some of the words wrong, especially when you're doing the, swipe to text kind of thing, and it kind of auto fills. Okay, I really don't want any of that. Oh, yeah? Casey says she's told some people some pretty mean and bad stuff that way. So that's kind of sad. All right. We got that one in there. Next is Crusader, Leaders of the Guardians. Hello, Matt. What's up, man? Good to see you in the stream on Facebook. Matt Skolton. Let's see here. Copy in Crusader, Leader of the Guardians. Loading, loading. There it goes. All right. Next one, I'll be adding in Mirror the Blessed Twin. Definitely a lot of work needed for this novel, but I think it'll be well worth it. And I'm really excited to give this to a few specific people, even just as a gift, to share my writing, because this was several years of my life. I've gotten a lot faster now, and I'm confident in my writing. I can get something like this done 10 times faster than this took, but this was a huge, huge chunk of my life, and I really, really, really poured my heart and soul into this whole story arc, and I'm really hopeful that other people will really enjoy it. So I know everyone who has read the whole thing has told me that they've really enjoyed it, and that's probably about 5 people, so that's not bad for verification of it. At least it's a good story. It's just a matter of people want to buy it or not, so we'll see how that goes. Next one will be The Freak Show in the Eclipse. A huge favorite of a lot of people. I know Rose Queen particularly likes The Freak Show in the Eclipse. So we'll go ahead and copy that one. Paste. I wonder how many pages we're up to. Should update down here once that pastes in. There it goes. How many pages are we at? 96 pages. Yeah, this is going to be a long, epic poetry book. Got 3 more stories to go. 3 more episodes. All right. Legend of Stone Mountain Part 1. We were actually going to go to Stone Mountain this weekend, but the weather's going to be a little bit unsure. And so Casey and I instead opted for her birthday to go to the Georgia Aquarium on our trip to Atlanta. I'm excited. I've never been there before, so that should be really fun. Alright, there's that one. Next is part 2. Oh, that's right. I need to go to the link. Okay, anyone who's watching the video is going to see the... Actually, no, let's just see the response. So... Alright, these ones I gotta go to the vault for. I forgot I had put these 2 episodes in the vault that I have right now, which is fine. A couple of my episodes you actually have to know a secret password for. And the reason for that is I'm trying to get people to my Patreon, but it doesn't seem to be working so well, so the vault may be rethought at some point. But we'll go ahead and look in the vault for these 2 episodes. Legend of Stone Mountain Part 2. Put that one in. Come on. It looks like she added color to all of them possibly, which would be really, really helpful. I wouldn't have to do that part of it. So that's good. Number 9. So thank you, Rose Queen, for that. Which reminds me I need to pay her soon. I've been paying her to do some of this work. It's just been busy lately. She's real good about it, though. Not worrying about that. I get to it when I can. Alright. Okay. Well, 146 pages. And that's without me doing my page breaks and whatnot. So, and of course, with a novel, I'm of course going to have a foreword written by somebody and all the other trimmings and trappings and whatever else. So this is gonna be a big deal. I might do some of this tonight and then move on to some graphics for this, but I'm not sure. So we'll just start and see where we go. First of all, I think I'm going to make everything center because I much prefer reading my poetry with a center line. I think it just makes everything so much better. So there we go. Center line all the way through. Looking good, looking good. I think I'll add the page breaks where they're needed and then go from there. I'm going to change these little lines here. Actually, let's just copy that. Let's do a find and replace. Where is it? Find and replace. We'll replace all of them with this little doohickey. I think it looks better. Replace all. Okay, that should be good. What a document. Alright. We'll go ahead and start from here, making some page breaks. Doing alright, Casey? Her daughter is just so cute, she said. Yep, I agree. She is a cute and pretty daughter. Alright. Go right here. For those of you who are wondering how this is done, it's a simple Control Enter on a Windows keyboard and Command Enter on a Mac. Simple task. Creating these page breaks, unfortunately, and hilariously so, although I have not tried it with my Bluetooth keyboard, they do not let you do it generally in mobile, which is really annoying because for a while there I was trying to go all mobile, and that was a major pain because they've never added that feature, being able to make page breaks in the mobile version, which doesn't make any sense to me. Seed of Greed. Everything's looking good so far. Of course, when I get down to the actual nitty-gritty, it's going to be a long haul edit, but it'll be fun going through the stories again. We'll go through it together. Generally, the way I would do that is with text-to-speech. Text-to-speech is going to pronounce everything as it sees it. So if you hear anything that sounds wrong, you can change it really quickly, which I really enjoy. I'm much better at catching things in my ear than I am with my eye, partially because of my dyslexia. But that's something that I've done for a while now. Makes things a lot easier. So Standing Peach Tree, there we go. And then we'll move on. I will keep the bonus story in there because this is the novel. I've got to. We'll keep the bonus story in there. Bonus, not story, but the bonus issue/chapter. Alright. Then we got the Great Phantasm. Alright. Sleight of hand. And Once we add in all the page breaks, I'll be really interested to see how many pages this actually ends up being. Oh, and then I gotta change the size of this whole thing too to fit whatever size I'm gonna make the book. I'm gonna have to look at their sizes again on the book patch because I don't think I want this one to be a 6x9. That's kind of a single issue kind of size. I think I want a larger size, something easier to hold. This has been going pretty well so far. Everything is a lot more uniform than I thought it would be, but I am going to have to check my actual fonts, so... Alright. Chris Reyes just let me know he just realized that I sent him the what do you call it, the Infinity War review that me and Benjamin Curley did last week, and so he's just now getting to editing that. He's been busy creating his short film, Tad the American Dream, which I'm really excited about. I helped him write just a little bit of it, not very much, but he consulted me on story direction, and I really think he has a very interesting script. I'm excited to see it fulfilled, really. So I'm excited about that very much. Let's see. All right. This is going to take a while. Thanks everyone who is hanging out with me. At least checking in every now and then. It's been enjoyable just working with y'all. I really do just like being on here, talking to myself, talking to y'all, and making some beautiful stuff. If it was up to me and I just had to be quiet, just sitting here doing nothing but these sorts of things, it would really make things slow for me. I am a man of action, as some, I'm sure, 70s related spy show probably would say about me. Although it wouldn't be fully true, because what am I doing? Just sitting here streaming behind a keyboard, right? But it is action. It's creating something nice and beautiful, Lord willing anyway, that people will enjoy. And I'm very excited to get this into the hands of a few specific people and get their opinion on the actual product to see if people would actually buy something like this. If not, we'll find another way to sell the story. There's always a way. Always a way. So... there we go. We're on episode 4 of 9 so far, just going through putting in the page breaks here for the Guardians of Atlanta novel version. Guardians of Atlanta Season 1. I'm excited about it, that's for sure. Do 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 do. What is y'all's favorite television theme song? I'd love to hear what you have. Not sure who all's watching, but they might. Seems pretty slow right now, but they might see a cute sleeping baby. Alright. Just keep scrolling through. Here's the baby. It's on the thing. Kind of hard to see her, but yeah. There she is. There's the baby. Oh, good call. Bonanza, Scooby-Doo, Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest is a good one. That's one of those instrumental ones that I always thought was really good. I'm really big on the A-Team theme song. I'm constantly just like singing it or humming it. I loved watching the A-Team growing up. So, Hazel go back to bed now. Can I give her a kiss? Night night, sweetie. Night night, sweetie.
Before when she was crying, she was still sleeping, but she just
Yeah.
got lonely, I guess.
Yeah, she does that. She is our daughter. I mean, her daddy's literally doing this right now because he doesn't want to be lonely. So, you know. Alrighty. Good picks, Amanda. Very good picks. I really enjoy all kinds of theme songs, but right off the top of my head, A-Team I think is A-Team might be my favorite theme song of all time. It's just so good. And then it has that whole, you know, introduction thing. Crack commando unit was sent to prison for a crime they didn't commit. If you have a problem, no one else can help. Maybe you can hire the A-Team. Just get you pumped up every single time. So, we're on episode 5 of 9. Just putting in all these page breaks. Scratchy, scratchy head. You got a few anime ones, huh? I'd love to hear them. Give me a list and I'll see what I can hear at some point. I know a guy named Jonathan Young on YouTube who does a lot of Disney and anime covers, weirdly enough, in kind of a metal sort of way. And I really enjoy a lot of his covers. Him and Caleb Hiles usually collaborate together. They got some great music. They did a whole album, I think, of covers from The Prince of Egypt, which that's an underrated soundtrack if you ask me. Tsubasa Chronicles, that sounds pretty cool. Anything with Chronicles, I'm down with, yo. Except maybe like Riddick. Chronicles is just a good word. Pandora Hearts, that sounds even better. I've been wanting to get into more anime, but, you know, they're just so long, most of them. Eventually, I think my wife and I will go through all of Full Metal Alchemist. Though I don't know which one. I know there's like a couple different versions and stuff like that. I've watched a few episodes of Full Metal Alchemist and really enjoyed it. So and I know it kind of has Doctor Who syndrome, where there's a lot of horrible things and then a lot of crying and a lot of heart and humanity at the end of all things. That's my kind of deal right there. Digimon Adventure. I know the original Digimon American theme song anyway. Digimon, Digital Monsters. That one's pretty fun. Sure, go right ahead. I'd love to hear a few that are pretty short. I know they do those. I can't even remember what they're called. It's like an acronym or something. But there are the short, like, mini series ones that they do sometimes. Yawn. All right. All right, we're through the 5th book. Now we're on the 6th of 9. Hello, Barbara Manthidon. Good to see you. I believe you're my Aunt Barbara of some sort. You're related to me. I know that much. It's good to have you on the Facebook chat. Feel free to type something in if you feel like it. I'm just working on one of my superhero epic poetry novel type things. Just editing. Editing is so much fun. Oh boy. Clannad. I am familiar with Clannad. That was one that my sister was very much into, and just because she was over the moon about it, I refused to watch it while we were in the same house. We had this thing that we did where when the other got too excited about one particular thing and overhyped it, we wouldn't play it or watch it. And as a result, for a long time, she did not see a lot of wrestling and stuff that I've enjoyed, and more boyish type stuff. I didn't see a lot of anime, and I also didn't play Portal. I know everyone loves Portal. I kind of went, not my thing. It is a little bit more than that. I don't generally like, even with the fact that it's not really a first-person shooter, so to speak, I generally don't like first-person gun games in general of any sort. Just not because of violence or anything weird like that. It's just the perspective makes me woozy, and the controls sometimes can be a little bit not the way I want them to be. So I'm much more like Mario and Tony Hawk. Those are my kind of games. So Clamp. I've heard of that one, but I've not tried it. What's the darkest anime you've ever seen, Amanda? Scrolling. Chapters definitely get way longer as you get into the story, but that's okay. They kind of have to. Interesting. So those are the darkest ones. I've seen some clips of some pretty darn dark anime before. Kinda freaks me out sometimes. I believe there was for a very short time, a Spawn anime, like the American superhero character. I know there was an animated series that was like adult only, but then I think there was like an anime at some point. I could be wrong about that, but some of the stuff I remember about that, even if it's fake, was pretty insane. So do 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 do. Page breaks. So many page breaks. Probably going to end up taking some of these out depending on the actual formatting, but we'll see how that goes. I'll worry about that as I go. We're almost through. Once we get through this, I'll resize the document and we'll see how many pages we stand at. I really like the color and font work that... Is this all Georgia? It should be. Yeah, it's all Georgia. Man, she did a good job on all of this. Rose Queen, you really did. I'm very, very happy with this. This has turned very beautiful. Code Giaz, Gundam Seed, Sacred 7, Oran High School, Host Club, I've heard of that one. Wolf's Rain, Shaman King, 07 Ghost, Fruits Basket, yep. My sister was absolutely obsessed with Fruits Basket and actually made me watch most of it, and I was not digging it. But it wasn't because it was anime or any particular whatever. I think it was just that all the jokes were very one note. And I know it wasn't a comedy, so to speak, but the jokes in particular, and this is a problem I have with anime in general. It's not, in every anime, but it's the overreact. There's two kinds of jokes. Overreacting, I am crazy, ba da 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 da. And then the other joke is someone overreacting to an overreaction. So they're like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't know." Da 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 da. Sweat bead. So, I got really tired of that. Really fast with Fruits Basket in particular, but might have just been those beginning episodes that really kind of took their toll on me. Actually, I think the darkest I've seen is Danganronpa, Attack on Titan, and 11 Eyes. I know Attack on Titan pretty well, and I've seen bits and pieces of that. It's definitely violent, that is for sure. But I kind of dig the story. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I know a lot about it because of my brothers. They've told me a lot about it, so probably will eventually see that one. In fact, that might not be a bad one to check out. Is that one on Netflix? I think it might be. What's the most saccharine, lighthearted, crazy, super slice of life, lighthearted kind of one you've ever seen? do 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 do. Just putting in the page breaks tonight. My wife was watching her Judge Judy big time. She loves her some Judge Judy. Yeah, it does. It does get darker in Fruits Basket.
Are you talking about me?
Nope. Well, yes, a little bit, but mainly about anime. All right, I think we're down to we're down to part 3 or part 9 of 9 technically, but it's Legend of Stone Mountain part 3. So we just got a little bit more to go. Memot, Lollipop, and Oren, I think. Very nice. Casey and I watched a movie on Netflix somewhat recently, and definitely has some inappropriate content depending on your audience. But it's called Emo the Musical, and that movie was pretty funny and interesting. I'm not gonna lie. And it did not have the worst, although it was definitely misguided in a lot of ways, because you could tell the people making this movie were probably not Christians, but they portrayed Christianity in not a negative light, honestly. Like, a few people were negative, of course, but like Christianity as a whole was actually kind of viewed as a good thing. And it was a little bit of a meet in the middle kind of storyline. I really enjoyed most of it. Emo the Musical. Or it's either Emo the Musical or Emo a Musical. Attack on Titan is on Netflix. Excellent. We may start watching that. I'm not really sure. We watched a year ago now. I know it's not technically anime, but Avatar: The Last Airbender. I saw it a long time ago.
Rain is stretched out until Monday.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. She's stressed about the weather. It's her birthday this weekend, and she's getting all rain. I'm so sad for her. But we're going to go to the aquarium and spend time with people, and so I think it'll work out. Going to Atlanta for the weekend and all that. That's going to be fun. Getting down to the nitty gritty on these page breaks. We're almost there. One or two more. I think two. Yeah. Pretty sure I'm almost there. Yep, here's the last one, clipped. Alright. We'll resize this in just 1 second. Make sure there's nothing else afterward that I'm missing. Yep, nothing I'm missing. Okay, and now we'll go to add-ons, page sizer, set page size. Now I do need to go back to the book patch and see what book sizes they offer so I can size accordingly. I want something bigger than 6 by 9, but I'm not sure what size yet. Size. 7 by 10. 8.25 by 11 is pretty big. It's close to that, full page size. I think I want something somewhat skinny, though. 7 by 10. Let me see what that looks like. Let me grab my measuring tape 1 second. So, 10 inches tall. Okay, yeah. I like that. And then 10 inches tall, 7 inches wide. I think that's about perfect, honestly, the 7 by 10. I think we'll go with that. Yeah, 7 by 10. Let's go here. Add-ons, page sizer, set page size. I'm going to make this one 7 by 10. See how that looks. Hello, Surtees a lot. 17, I'm guessing, is your name. How's it been? You said hi a little bit ago. Let's see what Amanda said. Hey, the group that made Avatar remade an anime called Voltron. I heard about that. I'm wanting to see that. And they're doing Lego Elves since the Korean company. Okay, I still need to watch Avatar. Oh yeah, you need to watch Avatar. To me, it's the Eastern equivalent of Lord of the Rings. So, okay, yeah, this looks about right. And I've already got my page breaks in there. Oh, wait, no, this is wrong one. I resized the wrong one. Oh, well. 7 by 9, or 10, excuse me, 7 by 10. Let me resize this one back. This one was 8.5 by 11. Apply that. There we go. This one's going to take a minute. Looks like it got changed. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that'll work. Not too big a margin, not too small. So it's going to come in roughly around 224 pages, which is awesome. It's probably going to be a little bit less than that, somewhere around 200 pages. I didn't know that it would be that long, but I'm really happy that it is. So that'll be cool. Let's see. What's that? Well, welcome to the chat. Surtees a lot 17, and hope that you have a good break here. What were you saying, my wife, Casey? This lady?
This lady found a bee.
Uh-huh. Oh, I think I saw that video. She found a bee. Oh, okay, yeah. Bee that had no wings, and she took it in.
And she took it in and she took care of it until it died.
Oh, that's nice. She took in the bee. Yeah, I've seen that video. I like that. I love it when people take in sad, scared, stray animals that definitely couldn't make it on their own and help them out. Okay, well, let's see what time it is. Alright, I think I'm going to cut with the... this might be a short stream tonight. I was able to compile all of this and put it together. Everything's basically in order. Everything's in the Georgia font like it's supposed to be. Except, of course, for the headings, which... Rose Queen, you did an amazing job on all of this. This is a big deal. Now I just have to actually go through and do the specific edits. And the art for the book, and we can go from there. But for now, I think this is probably going to do it. Let's see. Yep, you got a lot going on. 30's a lot. And tomorrow I have until... Yeah. Well, 30's a lot. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But if I am, cool. You can check out my Discord if you want to continue the chat after I end this stream. It's at rymanspace.com/Discord. And you can talk with Amanda there, or Amandaville, and a whole lot of other cool people who are all about writing and cool stories and things like that. So, also, if anyone's interested, they can check out my work at rymanspace.com. You can support me at patreon.com/rymanspace. And find me pretty much anywhere. You can find me on Twitter at Joshua David Ling now. I just got that changed, thankfully. Also, facebook.com/Joshua David Ling. You can friend me there. But that's going to do it for tonight. A little bit of a short thing tonight. I see somebody did something like a subscription. So that's pretty cool. Let me see here. I didn't see what that was. But there it goes. Now following on Twitch. So that's really cool. I appreciate it all. And I hear that, Cerdes. It's hard to make time, but I tell you what, streaming it on Twitch makes things a whole lot easier. So, any which way, we're going to go ahead and shut the stream down for tonight. I appreciate everyone who joined in the chat and's been lurking around watching. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel, 9 o'clock Eastern, on Ryman Space /Joshua. I think it's Joshua David Ling. It's the Twitch channel. I'm trying to get everything to Joshua David Ling eventually. So, and then, of course, Ryman Space is the publishing company, so to speak. So, and the community. So anyway, thank you all so much, and we'll talk to you later.